Hey guys, it's Bri here. I'm currently a freshman at the University of Southern California, fight on, and I'm studying communication with a minor in cinematic arts. So today I decided that I wanted to do a 5 tips for incoming freshmen at USC video. So the first thing I would like to talk about is move-in day. Let me just warn you now, move-in day is extremely stressful and you really need to mentally prepare yourself for it. My first tip would be to, instead of having a bunch of smaller boxes, to consolidate them into all bigger boxes. This is so important because you're going to be running up and down the elevator or the stairs if you're in a different building. My building, which is Burncrant, actually has an elevator. Also, on another note, if you want to see what a freshman dorm looks like at USC, then go watch my dorm tour video. It's on my YouTube as well. Tip number 2 is roommate. Now, I know this can be a really stressful time right now for you guys because you're currently trying to find the person you're gonna live with for the next year. What I did for my roommate situation is I combed through the Facebook page on the admitted students class of whatever page, and I read the descriptions that people were posting. I also posted my own description as well, and I kind of tried to find girls that I thought I would get along with, or we had similar interests with each other. And then when I found somebody that I thought I could, get along with, I went over to Instagram and direct messaged them saying hey, I would love to talk to you more about possibly rooming together and where you're planning to live, etc. And this was really important because I also reached out to multiple people, so I was able to see who I would be the most compatible with. Also, please don't be worried if you have to go random, because I know so many people that went random and they ended up becoming best friends with their roommate now. So my next tip, number 3, is orientation. Please, please, please believe me when I say this. Orientation is going to be extremely stressful, and you may end up crying like I did, but that's another story. But basically, it's really important. You can plan out your schedule and you could hit register and get potentially none of those classes. I had no idea that I wouldn't get any of the classes I originally intended to take, just because all the spots filled up too fast and I didn't hit the button on the perfect second. That is why it's so important to have several in-depth backup plans for your schedule. Also, for orientation, it doesn't matter if you go to the June orientation or the August one. If you go to an earlier one, the first one, it does not mean at all that you are going to get all the classes you want, because they save a certain amount of seats for each orientation. So going to orientation later in July is not going to affect you whatsoever. Tip number 4 is financial. Financially, it is really important that you prepare for coming to USC. I would personally suggest to have some type of job or internship over the summer before you come here. Living in LA and going out to eat in LA and shopping in LA and doing day trips in LA is extremely, extremely expensive. All that stuff can add up really quickly, so if you save your money and have some type of job before coming here, that will really help you out. Also, I would 100% recommend getting a credit card before you come here. It's super important, so you can I know your parents, may always say something you need to start building your credit and stuff, and my mom was telling me that over and over again, and I finally listened to her. So before I came to USC, I actually had my credit card right here, got a credit card from the USC credit union, and I basically wanted to get this through that credit union because I wanted it to be linked to USC, and also just the ATMs and locations are super convenient because I'm a student that's living on campus. My final 5th tip for you guys is to be present and be ready. You might have thought that high school went by fast, but let me just tell you, college goes by 10 times faster. I mean, it literally feels like the other day that I was in your shoes watching YouTube videos like this before going to orientation. And now I'm sitting here, I'm almost a sophomore, I only have 3 more weeks of school, and it has gone by so fast. So just please be present, enjoy every single moment of it. You are going to love it here, I promise. This is the best school ever. And yes, so just be ready for the best 4 years of your life. So yes, that is the end of my video. I hope you really enjoyed it. And I also hope that I helped you in some way and answered some of your questions about coming here in the fall or in the spring if you're a spring admit too. But yes, if you have any other questions about USC or there's something specific you want to know, leave a comment below. Also, if you don't want to leave a comment below that's like public, totally fine. You can go to my Instagram. I'll link it at brie.c and DM me on there. I always answer. I'm here for you guys. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this video and fight on!